Okay, let's just assume you're now in Canvas, and I'm just going to give you a brief week one update, introduction to the course. So in Canvas, you'll see on your dashboard, you'll come over and see CSIS 110, 97, 98. So you'll click on and go into class, and you're going to see something like this. Now, this is just simply a short introduction. The whole class will be done by going through the modules, which is where we start. And so in the beginning, we have things like what is Canvas? If this is your first Canvas class, we can go here. There's how to get Microsoft Office for free or cheap. Hopefully you all have that already. And then there'll be some links to my office hours, a task schedule, and a syllabus. So I just want to make sure that we've gone through some of the basics. Normally, and I would love to be in the classroom right now and see all you guys. We deal with things like seating and ad codes and attendance and parking and all that, which is something we don't have to deal with. Obviously, if you're trying to add the class and you haven't yet, contact me. So hopefully you all have received an email from me. Today we're going to cover some of the basics of Canvas and SAM and MIS and what are these things. There will be lab time available. On-campus lab times are available. We'll just briefly go through the syllabus and the calendar and the discussion board. And what I really like to cover in the very beginning of the class is what is important to know. Why are you here? Now, I know the vast majority of CSIS 110 students at Grossmont College are here because they are working towards a bachelor's degree in business, and this is a required class. So given that that's a requirement, what do you want to learn? You all have different objectives and goals. Some of you are studying finance or accounting, so you should really get good with Excel. Some of you are more interested in management. So you might want to learn a lot about databases. Everybody is just going to be expected in life to know the basics of Word and PowerPoint and Excel. And Access and database will put you a step ahead of the rest. So if we were face to face, I would go through all these kind of questions and talk about my attitudes on role and attendance. And yes, you just have to participate. That's part of this game, especially for the class length that we have. And I know that many people along the way have played baseball or danced and cooked and surfed and whatever. And you've all probably made a lot of mistakes. I know I have. So my 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 reminder to you is you can all do it. You can do this class. It's not an easy class, but with some commitment and some work and some time commitment, you can succeed. If you're having problems, contact me. Many times in life, I encourage people to work on groups, not on exams, but in the projects, get together, go to the computer labs. Um, we have absolutely some pretty sophisticated ways of detecting when people cheat. Basically, somebody does an assignment and two people turn it in. That will backfire on you. I'm shaking my fingers to myself, to the screen. Yeah, because there are certain codes that get downloaded with each of your downloads. And when you do a project and upload it, we know where it comes from. So one more feature of using computers, right? But again, I I say go to the computer labs, ask the tutors, ask for help. The only dumb question is the one you should ask and don't ask. Again, hopefully you will make some mistakes along the way. That's one way that we learn. You get to be a better surfer or a fisherman or whatever by taking some challenges. I've hit some wrong notes on a guitar before, and then I learned what to do and what not to do. So normally we would do a lot of things in class that I'm not going to be doing today. You can read a little bit about me online. I have about 11-year professional background as a programmer, consultant, sales professional, and a manager. I was a manager for Shell Oil Company over in West Africa for 3 years, and I worked for one of the biggest accounting firms in the world as a consultant. I've worked locally at NASCO and elsewhere as a programmer. So your first assignment is get engaged, get into Canvas, search around, read the chapters, um, and see what you're going to be getting into. I'm going to close this one now and just here, save it. So here, there are links to the my office hours and schedule. There's a task schedule for this semester. It's pretty clear, and it'll change semester by semester, but it looks just like this. What week are we in? What are some of the activities we're doing? What are the due dates? And for every week, there'll be two columns. The MIS, this is the theoretical part of the class. This is the reading. What about data security and networks and communications and ethics and programming? And that's what this light blue column is all about. Over here, what is called SAM. SAM stands for Skills Assessment Manager, dealing with Microsoft Office. There's some tasks in Microsoft Word and PowerPoint. That's very, very quick. That's in 1 week. We'll be spending a majority of the class with Microsoft Excel. We'll spend a significant portion with Microsoft Access. We'll spend a little bit of time with building a web page with HTML or some of the more modern tools. So that's there. And then we also have a syllabus. There is a full syllabus there. If you have any challenge falling asleep at night, just pick it up and read from the beginning to the end. It has information about how to reach me. Oh, I even see a typo right there. I'll fix that. There's, what's the class about? What's the description of the class? What are we covering? Like I say, management information systems. That's one portion, and the other portion is the Microsoft Office suite. And just general, not just Microsoft Office, but we'll cover like how our database is used in general. There's goals, objectives, student learning outcomes, and all this stuff. So you're going to be going through this. In terms of required textbook, it will all be digital. It's much more cost effective for you. It gives us access to have you read the book and quizzes and videos and all kinds of things. So I'm going to just say get started. You're going to go see in the discussion board right away where it says class introduction and reply to your classmates. So that's going to say just simply introduce yourself. And I have some details in there. So I'm asking you to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, and we'll go from there. Okay, if you have questions, first of all, I respect that you're in the class. I absolutely want to make your time worthwhile here. You do have to get jumping and getting the tasks done because the calendar moves pretty fast. But I'll sign off for now.